Hey, I'm Paige, and when I'm not working on Host, I'm a full-time video maker who started out over on YouTube. I talked last time about why I started uploading my videos to PeerTube before YouTube. Basically, it started off as a way to reduce risk. It's a good place to QA videos with a smaller audience and avoid errors in the final product. It's also given me a public place to securely store my videos without risking them being taken down. At the same time, it diversified my platform, avoiding me putting all my eggs in one basket. And with it being my basket, well, if I'm not happy, I can move it wherever I want. So that's the de-risking. But there's more. What about the reward? If you've done anything on YouTube, you will have experienced the giveth and taketh of the algorithm. Oh, algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is a fascinating piece of machine learning. On the upside, it did a great job of building YouTube into what it is, recommending stuff, building superstar creators. But on the downside, there are a few problems. If you're on the platform for long enough, you'll notice a strange samishness in content being created by communities who mimic each other's successes and arrive at similar conclusions about what to make to get those views. It goes a lot deeper than the mouth agape YouTuber face thumbnails. A while ago, I took a month off watching any YouTube at all, and I was quite excited to get back the keys to the car and catch up on my favorite YouTubers. I mean, I used to watch probably at least an hour a day, so I figured that some good stuff had probably built up. And it was great for the first couple of hours. I woke up and I sat there eating Vegemite on toast. Yes, we really eat that, and catching up. But I was barely getting into my seventh nutritious helping when I ran out of the quality pushers like Stuff Made Here and Folding Ideas. Those channels who really pour every drop of effort into making something special and unique every time. It wasn't long before the videos got repetitive and peak culture transitioned into popcorn content. I had this kind of lame but kind of shocking moment where I wondered what the hell I was watching over the course of 30 hours most months. I realized I was just doing a modern version of like having the TV on in the background.
Choose Zamzos for a greener lawn.
Good one.
And it caused me to reflect a lot, and I actually watch hardly any YouTube anymore as a result. You have almost no limits on your creativity when you make a video for YouTube. What a time to be alive, right? But heavily weighing down on that, the algorithm pushes many away from what is in their hearts into doing something that's sensible for the algorithm. The algorithm in some ways has come full circle and is starting to feel like the most manipulative, overbearing, data-driven television programming director of all time. And like a programming director, it isn't just audiences being factored in. Creators often see the algorithm as being something targeted at the viewers that corrals them into staying on the site and watching stuff. But there is another large target group. You, the creator. You as a creator are being manipulated by the algorithm as well. Its goal is also to extract as much watchable content from you as possible and match that with as many viewers as possible. We all serve the machine. Every frame, a thumbnail. It isn't interested in if that is a fulfilling process for you, or if it ends up being too much work, or if you have a difficult to explain hollow sadness deep down inside you despite your success. In the background of your success lurks the algorithm shaping your behavior to manifest its goals with your every view. When YouTubers get together, probably the two most frequent things that I hear about appeasing the algorithm is to release as regularly as a healthy grandpa and stay in a niche. So if you don't upload regularly, you are punished. If you stop working or you take a break, you will, on average, be less successful. If you bounce around topics and explore styles because just that's the sort of person you are, you make things harder for yourself. In many ways, the algorithm simply mimics a lot of the tough realities that have always existed for creative professionals. You know, fans of a band don't really like that sophomore album, which sounds totally different. Play it safe and give them something that sounds similar 2 years later. But at least you used to deal with a human being and you could explain what you were up to. When we niche down for the algorithm, we basically typecast ourselves. A thing that most creative people have actively run away from since forever. There is reason to believe that the YouTube algorithm isn't as good as it could be. For many years, Spotify users have been complaining about the algorithm tending to recommend the same old songs. If you listen to the Beatles, Spotify's like, have you heard of John Lennon? When you hit play and let it be, it constantly bends back towards the same back catalogue of songs that you like. And after a while, you start to feel like a forced old person listening to the classics. Spotify, like YouTube, wants to keep you on the platform. When you go, and hit stop on the music because the algorithm challenged you with something weird, it has a robot version of a panic attack. So it plays it safe. Nothing too crazy gets recommended, which works for many people, but for others, it just plays it way too safe. Some old people like finding new stuff. Not everyone wants to be listening to Summer of 69 and 2069. And after realizing, wow, I'm getting really bored of music, I decided to start listening to college radio stations again like I did when I was a kid, and I have added more music in a month than years of using Spotify. I think this is the thing to keep in mind with YouTube. It might be good, but not great. If you make videos, it's not always your fault if your stuff isn't doing well. You might just fall into a category that the algorithm finds risky and just isn't sure what to do with. It's therefore just good practice for anyone to put things on other platforms and try other algorithms to increase your chances of getting a break. Traditionally, you'd try to do the runaround on the YouTube algorithm by going to different websites and linking back to it. Go over to Facebook or Reddit or LinkedIn to post your video and hope that you get an influx of traffic to override the algorithm. You couldn't figure out what to do with this video, YouTube, so I'm going to go find the audience for you. But YouTube wasn't the only company building a retention-focused algorithm. So when you post to LinkedIn or Facebook, those sites started to algorithmically punish you for sucking users off their site too, and they started to reward those who uploaded natively. So rationally, as a creator, you're forced to upload multiple times in different formats in different places. Rather than getting the sum total of your video success in one place, we have ended up having to maintain this little plot in all these different walled gardens. And that's how I ended up with a kind of mediocre Facebook page, by the way. Enter the Fediverse. Firstly, most Fediverse services are algorithm light. When I put things on PeerTube, everyone who's subscribed gets recommended it, just like old school YouTube. It requires more curation and intentionality on the user's part, so it's kind of like listening to songs on college radio to find new songs. There's something to that radically different approach and the experience that it creates. But where the Fediverse really shines, though, isn't its rejection of algorithms. It's the rejection of the walled gardens. When you post on PeerTube, people on Mastodon following you will also see your video right there in their Mastodon feed. I just want to explain that again because it's awesome. You don't have to repost or share your links. All of that is done automatically. When you post your videos on PeerTube, it's already posted in Mastodon. So here is a video I posted to PeerTube. I follow my PeerTube account in Mastodon, so it shows up in Mastodon, like this. If I favorite and comment on the video in Mastodon, that comment shows up in PeerTube and it gets a like. If I reply using my PeerTube account, then it shows up inside Mastodon. It's the social singularity, a constantly expanding, unified social presence that you can engage with in your preferred way. It's not just possible for the Fediverse to provide the one true follow, it's also possible for it to provide the one true account. I hope this is starting to click if you upload videos regularly, how convenient this is. When transit YouTuber Reese Martin posts to his WordPress blog here, I read it right there in Mastodon, where I comment, and that comment shows up in his blog below WordPress, because WordPress has recently implemented ActivityPub. Anything that has ActivityPub set up and running has these sorts of features as a result. For people who use PeerTube, we're pretty lucky. They're doing a great job of integrating many of these features. So a career making videos on YouTube, it's been a fun adventure for me, but it's also been a little stressful being so closely tied to this one platform. It might be one reason, but for me, multiple reasons made PeerTube an attractive option for me. I sleep better at night knowing that for a few dollars a month, there is a permanent, open archive of my videos online that anyone can watch. I enjoy using it to premiere my videos to a smaller audience before getting them out on YouTube. But beyond those practical workflow benefits, as this Fediverse thing takes off, it has this amazing potential to truly empower us creators and get the middleman out and get us closer to our actual audiences. I guess in the end, for me, it also just feels like the right thing to do. If you want to be independent but have someone else take care of all the server stuff, of course I'm going to say this, check out FediHost using the link in the description.